Alright, so today, watch, who's it? Watch. Today, we're gonna be making a rocket stove out of this tin can. And this is really gonna help me out because I have to walk like an hour. Or it's like a 40-minute walk to go get coffee in the morning. And by the time I get there, I'm screaming mad because I have to deal with my dog the whole way. I'm not screaming mad, but you know, it don't ruin my morning. But having to train my dog before coffee really it just puts the damper on your spirits some days. So now I'm gonna get smart. I'm really gonna learn how to do this off-grid thing. I'm really gonna learn how to live off the land, live off of what I'm given. So I'm given this can, this knife, and this titanium pot I've had for years. And so I'm gonna cut a slit down here. I'm gonna make it breathable up here where it's kind of like the eye of a stove somehow. And we'll see how it works. Okay, so prototype number one, bam. That's where you feed the sticks in, at the very bottom. And then you got your little things at the top that's gonna keep that air flowing when you stick that pot on top of it. So you just get that fire going up inside there like so. And you grab it by its specially patented ergonomic handles. And you throw that sucker right on top of there. We finna go give this baby a try out. Yeah, I'm finna go play around with this thing, so. Alright, so I hope this thing works quick because I'm really running out of daylight. But it is 7-Eleven right now, and I'm gonna make me a cup of coffee. And so now I'm gonna put some stuff in the rocket stove. This is my all-in-one coffee maker. Put a coffee filter down in there. I have coffee filters this time. That's what messed me up last time. I got some awesome coffee. I got a cup, I got a spoon, I got a knife in case I need it, which I just did to make my coffee maker. I got my rocket stove, and I got my pot containing water. So, wish me luck. Dingo, wish me luck. Yeah, as soon as I got this thing, pot of water sitting on the rock, he comes over and starts drinking out of it. So my questionable water now has fluoride in it. Ain't no thing, but this rocket stove, oh my God, look at this stuff, guys. This is just some twigs in here. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, that's good enough right there. I'm just gonna stick that right in there like so. And I'm gonna keep on feeding it these little twigs. Oh my God, it's working. It's like really working, guys. This thing is so awesome and is so easy to make. It's just some holes in the side. Ain't that right, Dinky? What's up, Dinky? What's up, Dinky? So, he decided he couldn't wait on coffee. He had to have a drink right then. Uh-oh. Now it looks like it's going out. Maybe there's not enough room to breathe for it. Maybe it's not breathing enough. Uh-oh, let's see. Nothing can stop us now. Guys, that's a little oven inside of there. I'm finna have some coffee. It's taken a long time, but this is the first time I've ever done it. So I'm not a professional MacGyver, okay? So it's a learning process, and I'm so happy because that is steam. It's too dark for you guys to see maybe, but that is steam rolling off the top of that water, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo! Nothing can stop us now. Yeah, nothing. Dingo. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Guys, this little rocket stove, it just works so perfectly. And it only takes a few branches and you make you a cup of coffee right there. You don't have to wait on the coals. You don't have to do none of that old school stuff. And this rocket stove really is gonna revolutionize the way that I do this. So I'm so happy, I'm so proud of it. I'm so glad my pops, he's the one who taught me about this. And I'm so glad I made this thing, because I'm gonna have coffee in less time than it would make to go to the store and get it, that's for dang sure. And way, way cheaper as well. 21 of this, and I'm gonna start getting really down to the nitty gritty, start learning how to live off the land and be dependent upon no man. I'm talking about no man. And right today I'm going to do laundry, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't want to go do all this stupid laundry today. And I'm just like, this is gonna be the last time I get to do laundry in this way. Because from now on, I'm gonna start doing it in the freaking rivers, in the lakes, and just doing it the most natural way possible. Not even using real soap. I'm gonna figure out what they used to use back in the day, and we're gonna use that stuff, whether it's lye or whatever. So I'm gonna try and figure this out. And I'm also gonna try and be mindful of the environment and only put, you know, organic, all natural things into the environment. So I'm just gonna use what comes from the environment and put it back in it. So by the time this is over, I wanna be 100% self-sufficient. I ain't worried about no job. I ain't worried about nobody helping me out. It's just gonna be me, myself, and this thing right here, the dingo. Oh dang, so I thought it took longer. No, it's 10:12. So I started at 9:47. It took me approximately 15 minutes to make a cup of coffee. And I mean, it's so dang easy. It is so dang easy with this rig. So with this new setup, and by the time I get done enjoying my coffee, if I go ahead and tip the coals out of here before I enjoy my coffee, that can will be ready to go with me. So it's not gonna be too hot. That tin really cools off really quickly. And I'm so happy with this new setup, guys. I mean, I'm just so ecstatic about this whole thing. And I just pour it in there like that. Bam. I got a nice cup of coffee. I got a little bit of seconds here in case I want to warm it up. And I even got my half and half today. So I can't tell you how excited I am about this whole new coffee setup. 15 minutes. And I messed up. So, what does the son of man eat? A big tasty salad. Simply because, wow, that helicopter was not going away, and it was really freaking Dingo out. He didn't like that helicopter. So, I mean, the stores, they had a lot of food. And then they didn't have a lot of food, so there was a lot of bare shelves. I've never seen anything like it in my life. One funny thing, the salad stuff pretty much wasn't touched except for the croutons. Come on, guys, if you're gonna eat the croutons, at least eat the lettuce and you're healthy. But they didn't leave me no croutons. They left me some weird croutons. I didn't buy them, so I just got some baby spring mix, some tomatoes, some sharp cheddar, and some mushrooms, and some raspberry vinaigrette balsamic, and it's gonna be awesome. I had one yesterday, and I'm gonna be eating that for a little while now. So, yay. The coronavirus, it caused me to eat healthy again. Oh no! Whatever do we do? It's day 25, and this whole corona pandemic has everybody in such a state of fear. Everybody is staying at home and not going to work, or they're coming to the park, or they're one way or the other. This is going to be a ugly thing once it rears its head back and bites us, because what's going to happen when everybody is supposed to go back to normal and they've got all this food? And so, are they going to go out to eat if they got this food? Are they going to sit at home? Are they going to sit on it? What's going to happen? And so I know in 20 days I'm getting out of here. April 20th will be my departure date. I'll be departing from Chatfield State Park, and I will be going from there to, I don't know which mountain I'm supposed to go to, but it's going to be along that way. And I got a good premonition as to which one it is. So I'm going to need to get a cart. And I'm really not playing any games anymore. I'm going to not depend on anybody to help me along this journey no more than 20, for 20 days, I'm going to wean myself off of getting help from people. And then after that, I'm going to be eating the food that nature provides, drinking the water that nature provides, and seeking shelter under my little hut. So it's going to be quite an adventure. I hope that everybody will get a lot from this show, because there's a lot more is about to go into it. And so a lot more is going to come from it. I'm going to show you guys the plants, how to harvest them, how to cook them, the best ways to cook them. We're going to go through that in this season. We're going to go through just living in the wilds and surviving off of pretty much nothing. The only thing, I'm only going to get a few things: coffee, oil, salt, maybe some dog food, a couple other little small minute things, some rice and beans for backup, just in case. I don't want to starve to death out there in the mountains. So if I have a couple pounds of rice, a couple pounds of beans, there's no way I'll ever starve to death. And I got some salt to put in there. I got a little bit of oil. I can cook up all the kinds of stuff that I find. So it's going to be a really amazing trip. I know that is what this whole mechanism is for, whether it was purposely done or not. The consequences are going to be the same. You're going to learn how to be mindful in this present age, and you're going to learn how to be self-sufficient, and you're going to learn how to work this, or you're going to quickly falter. It's not going to take care of you anymore like that. Nature is going to take care of us. If we don't learn how to let nature take care of us, then the system is definitely corrupted now, and it's no longer going to be able to sustain us. It's no longer able to, not over here in America, not in the United States. Okay, so today I'm working on not a rocket stove. I'm going to call it a pocket stove, because I will be able to use it in my tent, and it will also function to keep me warm. But the way I'm going to make it is so I can make a cup of coffee as well. So it's going to keep me warm and make a cup of coffee. Just need my knife, a tin can, just a regular tin can. This one's a little bit on the huskier side, but it's 20 ounce can, and I'm able to stick 2, maybe 3 candles in here. So I'll see if I can stick a third one in here. If I can stick 3 in there, that'd be perfect. But so yeah, the idea is to get my tent warm and have a cup of coffee in the meantime. We'll see how it goes. Right, so I don't know how long it's gonna take to boil this water, or if it will boil this water, but I guess I'll sit here and time it. Excuse me. I don't have the corona. Not yet. Okay, so my first one messed up. Well, it wasn't a mess up, but it's a learning curve. So the flame, it only gets hot when you get right about here. So I had my fingers way down in here like this before they ever got really hot. So I'm going to cut this can basically more than in half, right below my thumb line, right where this window top is. Just gonna cut along that ridge and pipe it down so I can have a more direct heat. So this is really gonna be the one, and I know she's ugly, but the next one we'll worry about making her more pretty. And I don't have a lot of water on there, simply because I don't have a lot to spare right now. And I still got to worry about making coffee in the morning, so I'm going to save the rest of that. I'm just going to boil, I don't know, this is about the same amount of water, a little bit less. So like I said, this is really just like a half a cup. It's about half of one of these regular thermoses. And yeah, so we'll see how long it takes this time. I mean, it takes 30 to 35 minutes to get it really hot like you want it. And it's not boiling, but it's definitely got little bubbles, got good steam. I mean, you can't stick your finger in it. So it's just like that perfect coffee hot. So I'm gonna modify this thing a few times and find a really good design, because that's what it is. It's the design of this little hand thing. It's like a hand opening up. So if I get the fingers situated a little bit better, it'll get a little bit better airflow, and once that happens, it's going to be a machine. So, like I said, a lot less work, a little bit more time. Instead of 20 minutes, you got 30 minutes, which that's not bad for me at all. So, I mean, tomorrow it's going to be it's going to be a larger amount of water, but we'll see. With fresh candles and a little bit of modification to this thing tonight, hopefully I'll have it down to 20-30 minutes with a full pot of water, and that would be so awesome right now. And like I said, this thing it's putting off some good heat, and I mean, really making my tent nice and warm, as long as you're keeping it away from stuff, keeping it away from the walls. The bottom doesn't get really too warm, you know, it's because it's the candles. So, I mean, it gets warm, but it ain't gonna burn it. So, it's really awesome little invention, and I call it the pocket stove. From the creators of the rocket stove, the rocket, and from the makers of the pocket comes the brand new pocket stove. Pocket stove is a neatly ergonomic designed vessel to hold your candles and heat your water and or food. Over. So it's 30-something degrees outside. There's its predecessor. This one's a beauty. It's got a hole down in there. That's an empty space for air to just come up. And then there is a hole in the center of the top of the lid, which the top of the lid of the can is used for an elevator, so that the air can go right in this hole, right up that hole. So just over 15 minutes, just less than 20, about 16, 17 minutes. And I mean, this thing is really boiling good. I mean, really good. So, you just simply take that baby. This is how you do it when you're a professional. You know you've achieved a higher level when you can make a boiling hot liter of water in less than 20 minutes. Have yourself a cup of coffee like a real man. A woody, earthy coffee. And you put it right back on that sucker. Keep it warm for later, because that thing just burns and burns. Now it burns a lot of fuel, but it gets the job done quickly. You got to sit there and keep feeding it and keep feeding it, but you can feed it a good handful at a time. Later on, I'm going to work on my wood gathering techniques. I'll get a special saw that I've been looking at and show you how to do it with a saw, show you how to do it with a hatchet, and just really perfect this outdoor cooking thing. So what I got concocting here actually looks pretty daggone delicious. What you think, Dingo? What you think, Dingo? Looks good? Cookies good? Good cookie? Good cookies, Dingo? Shit. Shit. God damn it. Motherfucker stuck the shit. I've gotten a call to arms. Something is inside of me, yeah, yeah, and it's feeling so alive. But still ain't found a way, no way yet, to get you off of my mind.